Try number 5. Anyways, this is for the portion on management of anxiety disorders. So before I go any further, I always will just say management, treatment, something like that. It is never cure, because with most of these disorders, there's no cure. You can manage the symptoms, but it will never actually go away. It will always be there somewhere in your head. Especially with anxiety, it just comes out of nowhere. You'll be perfectly fine one minute, then the next you're having a fit, and who knows exactly why you're having the fit. So yeah, it's never cure. It's just management. Anyways, as with any mental disorder, the go-to basically usually is medication to try to control the symptoms. I'm sorry, I cannot seem to talk today. So the medications that are used to handle anxiety are, and I have trouble telling which way is which with the camera, so forgive weird wobbly things when I'm showing things. Anyways, Sorrento, Compazine, and I'm probably going to mispronounce something somewhere along the line here because these are such weird words. Stelazine, Amoxapine, hang on a second. There we go. Cinequan, whatever. Lizapro. I'm not sure how to pronounce that properly. Desirel? This one sounds kind of sci-fi-ish. Effexor. Paxil. Cymbalta. My dad actually takes this one. Zoloft. Since we're supposed to talk about risks, what are the risks of Zoloft? Is it can and will turn you, if it disagrees with you, turn you into a homicidal maniac. Speaking from experience. I hate stuff. The evil blue pills. And last but not least, but everybody's probably heard of Prozac. And also, there's alternative treatments out there as well, which can actually replace the medications as a treatment, or actually more of a management than anything, because you're not actually trying to treat it, you're just trying to live life with what you're dealing with, I guess. Anyways, personally, I prefer the alternatives because, like I said, I don't like being turned into a homicidal maniac, so I avoid the medications. So you can use psychotherapy, herbal remedies, aromatherapy, and you can also use tools, and some people with really, really severe problems will also use therapy animals, have the animal with them pretty much wherever they go. So, I'm sure you might wonder what in the world I'm talking about. As to the tools thing. So, speaking from experience, when you're having a panic attack, and that little person in your head is running around screaming at the top of their lungs, and you can't figure out why, it's very distracting. It's very hard to concentrate on anything else at the moment. So sometimes it helps to have an object, a tool, to ground yourself, so that you can so that you can never mind. Hang on a second. I can't think straight. So that you can distract yourself from that little person that's in your head, so you can concentrate on the more important thing that's right in front of you. So some examples of a tool would be things like worry stones, which I know I have it around here somewhere. Here it is. Ignore the background noise. Dogs. Anyways, I always carry this guy around. It's a piece of petrified wood that my dad brought home for me from a trip years ago. And as you can see right here, it's just a stone that you fiddle with whenever you need to. And personally, I prefer this to a rock. Fidget cube. These actually, unlike the spinners, were designed specifically for people who have anxiety and ADHD, of which I have both. Sorry, my asthma's acting up. So basically, this is a tactile tool to help you concentrate on something other than that little person that's in your head that's screaming bloody murder and running around like a maniac and trying to distract you. There's textures, a little ball bearing for smooth, and these little gear things provide a rough texture, so that's a change. That really is helpful. A little wheel thing on this side, which is good for when you're agitated. Gives your hands something to do. Same with the toggle here. Personally, my favorite part is the little light switch looking thing here. Because as many of you probably have noticed when I'm in class, click, 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 click. Good for annoying people. Also good for when you're agitated, wound up, whatever you want to call it. And the other side has little buttons. It's like a really super fancy worry stone. Oops. Dropping things. Ignore that. I hope nobody picked that up. So yeah, I didn't really have a lot on this part to begin with, so I think I'll just leave it at this now. So that's basically the management of anxiety for you. Yay. Onwards to the next one.